morning everyone. It is cold this morning. Yeah, what is it? 7 degrees. Yeah, really cold. Sun's just come up. It's the day after that big drive. I did say in that video that I wasn't going to do the painting on my car because it was going to take 8 hours. I don't know. I'd been up since 2:30 in the morning. I probably shouldn't have even gone for a drive, but yeah, it's not going to. It's half an hour between coats. I thought it was an hour or something, and it needs 8 coats. So yeah, we're going to attack it this morning. It's just gone like 6:30, I think. So I've got a few things to do in the Arvo. That's why I've got the day off, but I have got the morning free. So yeah, we won't be rushing it. It is cold. Hopefully half an hour's a little bit is okay, but it's not this cold in the garage, so we should be right. So let's go throw some things together from the shed, and all I need is masking tape, a drop sheet. That's it. I reckon that'll be it. Yeah, and then I've got the cleaner and stuff down there and some rags. Okay, so I've got the cans of Hyper Dip. So that's what I ended up getting. Dip your car Hyper Dip. Just got off eBay in Australia. Pretty easy to get off eBay. So I got them in hot water. Increases the pressure in the can and it thins out the paint and hopefully get a better finish. I'm not going to move the car. I think I'm fine. Obviously you can't do it outside, so it's got to be done in here. So yeah, we'll just get onto it. So I thought I had some plastic drop sheets, but I don't. But I found some garbage bags that I'll cut up. So we'll do that. We'll use this to cover the bulk of the car up. Well, first of all, I'm going to mask. So I think that's what you're meant to do is mask around the bit you want to paint first. Then we'll lay the plastic over the top and cut it, or butt up to it, whatever we need to do. So I'll get the car masked and we'll go from there. But I'm probably not going to paint. I'm not going to cover this car. I'll see what this overspray is, but spraying this one, everything's going to be going that way anyway. And out of cans, you're not going to get that much overspray. So it should be fine, but I'll assess it after the first coat. So yeah, pretty much soon as this car's masked up, ready to paint that, I've only just put that paint in the hot water. So it'll be 10, 15, 20 minutes. So that'll be enough. You got to shake it for a minute. And it said the ideal conditions is 50% humidity or lower. So I reckon we'd be about right. I am going to shut that door as well, just so there's no wind coming through. You can see the flag kind of moving there. So wind equals dust, and dust in paint's not good. So yeah, I'll get the garage set up, and we'll get onto it. And I think it's going to look good. I'm hoping. If it matches anywhere near as good as this, I'm going to be happy, and that's kind of what I was seeing on YouTube. But even if it is a different shade of black, I reckon it would look okay. I don't like it silver. I've seen some people do it like a carbon black, which is like a what do you call it, like a gunmetal grey, like a very dark gunmetal grey, and it looks pretty good. So you still have contrast. But yeah, I just don't like it silver. I reckon it looks stupid. I saw a picture of an orange one the other day, and it looked even worse. Everything was orange, and then it had this silver strip down, and it just looked stupid. Okay, so I did this side first. Come up nice. So pretty much you can tuck it. So what I was doing was laying the tape about 2mm on the edge of the silver, and then I'll show you. It's back over on the bench there. But then I got that little trim tool that came with the dash cam, and then just tuck the tape in for that section there, and same underneath. Did the same for underneath there. This section you can pretty much slide the tape in. There's a fair bit of a gap, so you can see how thick the tape is and how much is. So all of that you can't see is tucked in under. Didn't even need a tool for that bit. There's a fair bit of a gap, enough for the tape to get in. This top bit, open the boot, and then there's like a rubber strip, weather seal. So all I did was, boot open, that way you can move it a bit easier. And same deal, I pretty much laid the tape probably half and half, so half on the seal, half on the silver. And then I just got my trim tool and just tucked it, and then went through again and pushed the tape onto the seal. And you can see there, or maybe not because the focus is not the best on this thing, but she's all ready to go, and that only took maybe 10-15 minutes. Both sides are done. We'll go over here. Yeah, this only took maybe 5 minutes this side, because I already kind of had an idea what was going on, if you can see. So yeah, so now it's ready for, so I've used the good tape. Is that lifting? No, that's just right on the edge of the boot. I double covered it there, so all good. Alright, so now it's pretty much used the cheap tape now, because that was the expensive tape. I mainly use that when I'm polishing cars and stuff. I don't know, I think it's frog tape, but it's like a low tack tape, so anything on paint I'm using that. And then I'll just get the $5 for 5 rolls, cheapy stuff, which will now stick that bag to the blue stuff. So yeah, you don't get any of that ultra grippy tape on the paint, leave residue and stuff. I'm pretty sure that blue tape doesn't leave any residue. That's the whole point of it. But yeah, I'll get the bag up, and I think we'll do bag first, then the drop sheets over the top of the car, and then we're ready to go. I'll go and check on the paint. I might just put some fresh hot water in, just so it heats it up again, and I think we're probably only 10 minutes away from painting now. Alright, that took longer than expected. Whatever this blue tape is, I don't know, but nothing really likes to stick to it. I've kind of found a tape that sticks to it, but it's very shiny, so the tape that I was going to use wouldn't stick. So hopefully this is just not sticking just for the first coat, and then it's going to start peeling once I start painting, but we'll see. I've just wiped it all down again with alcohol. Special attention to the edges, underneath, on top, face. Wiped it back down again, just with a dry towel, and yeah, we're all good to go. Car's all covered up. I don't think we're gonna get as much overspray as what I'm thinking, but you never know. You never know. So I'm gonna go grab a can of paint. Probably leave you guys just here, and I'll just show you the first coat on that one. So I was reading the can, and it says for 4 light dust coats. So that's what I'm going to do. 4. I'm going to get a piece of paper and write down here with times, and if it's a dust coat or a wet coat, and then it's saying 6 to 8 wet coats after that. So yeah, so we'll do what it says, do it properly, and we'll go from there. But anyway, if you guys just chill out here for a bit, and I'll just get the first coat on. Okay, first coat down, so you can still see silver. That's what we want, nice and light. You can just see it starting to build up, so cool. So we'll leave it at that, and I just came back and did that. I forgot to do this point here, so that's why I just came back for that one. But yeah, all good. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not going to record every coat. I might just take some photos. There's a couple little marks there, so hopefully they go out in the second and third, and I'm going to go up to 10 coats, because they said 6 to 8 wet coats and 4 dust coats, so I'm going to go hit that in the middle and go 10, and 10 should put me at 1 p.m. to do the final coat. So yeah, we'll go from there. Instead of filming, I'll just take a photo after every coat, so you can kind of see, and I'll just take a photo of this side here, and that way, or maybe the other side actually, because the light's a little bit better on that side. But yeah, I'll just do photos so you can see what's going on between coats. But anyway, we'll video wise, we'll catch you on the 10th coat at 1 o'clock after lunch, and see how she's looking. Hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully it looks alright and I'm not peeling it off today. But anyway, catch you then. Okay, looking good. So that's 3 dust coats. So it's got a bit of a shine, but not massive. You can almost still see through it. So I'm just shaking up the can, and we're going to get ready. So, oh, hang on. So no, this will be the 5th coat. So this is going to be the first coat wet. And those little nibs that were over here, I don't know what it was, some little solvent pop or silicone or something. They're gone. So that's good. It's warming up now, so I haven't been keeping the paint in the hot water. But so all I've been doing is trying to get the front of that tip there, and then I'm just going to do the same but slower. So that's for that bottom edge. Sorry, I'm trying to film and spray at the same time, and it's not working. There we go. So that's. I'm gonna go and put the other can out in the sun as well, and then same with this tip here, just a quick one, and on the top. There we go. So I think that's wet enough for that first one. We're on coat 5, and we've got 5 to go. So if it doesn't cover, you know, you got plenty of opportunity. I'll see if I can film and paint. So yeah, you can definitely see it's going slower. It's a lot wetter. Oh. Yeah, like it's shiny wet. Covering nice. And then front. Yeah, that's a closed, you can see it, that's a really closed coat, that. So I won't do a photo for this coat. Just a quick one, there we go. Okay, so it's 10:30 at the moment, just after. And cross her off. So dust, that was the first wet coat. Oh, hands all shaky from pressing the trigger. All right, sweet as. It's looking good. It's actually shiny wet now. No runs, no runs, and this side was a little bit thicker, I think, than the other side. So we'll see how we go. Let's have a look. Yeah, definitely no runs. It's a funny paint, it's not the same as spray paint. Like if I was to go that slow with spray paint, it would definitely run. But it's way stickier, this stuff, I suppose. That's what it's meant to be. So, all good. So that was coat 5. I'll do photos for 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, I think, if we go up to 10. All the videos I've been watching, everyone's been doing 4 dust coats, 4 wet coats. So I might do the same. So we'll see how we go. Okay, so it's 11:30. Just put another wet coat on, and I've still got enough in one can. I've got one little bit of dust just there, but we'll live with that. I'm not fixing things like that because you're not going to see it from a distance, and if you try and fix it, you're most likely going to make it worse. So it looks pretty good. Nice and shiny, actually. It's a nice colour. I won't do any more photos or videos until I unwrap it now, because it just looks the same. There's no point. You're not seeing anything different. I was just looking at the photos and you can't see any difference. But no, it looks good. So I've got still a fair bit actually. It's probably about here. So at least I've got coat 8, 9 and 10 to go. We'll probably get the 10 coats out. There's no point me keeping it half a can or a quarter of a can, so I'm just going to keep going until it's done, until I'm out of the can there. So pretty good. Almost no overspray. Well, of course there's overspray right here, but like it doesn't carry like normal paint does, like in a dust. I think just because it's so thick. And you've got, I was just watching some videos, you've kind of, I was going like big motions like this. The guy was saying you should go like smaller motions this way and push the wetness kind of down. It's almost to the point where it would run, like normal paint would run, whereas this doesn't run, it just sticks there. There's no runs in it, nothing. So all good. I can see it's a little bit thin on the top edge, and I think that might be to do, I didn't ceramic coat this because I knew I was going to do something, so I didn't want to ceramic coat it, but I may have got some ceramic coat as I was doing this painted edge on the car. A little bit might have touched, and obviously alcohol wiping won't get ceramic coat off. So I'm glad I didn't ceramic coat the whole lot. I think the post is here. But yeah, I've just touched it, must have just touched it. It's only from there to there, you can kind of, it almost looks like it's shiny. So you get away with it. I'm not going to fix it. No matter how much paint I put there, it's not sticking there. So we'll just leave it. There's a little bit on the other side as well. So I can see one little drag mark of a run just there, but I've only just done it, so that'll probably level out and look quite good after. Plus I've still got 3 coats to go. So, and that's what I'll be doing. I've been doing a thick coat kind of under, a thick coat on top to get the edges, and then one thick coat kind of shaking it and coming down like that, and then a little bit this way for this crack here, and we're done. But anyway, hopefully it doesn't look cracked towards at the end of it. If it looks like what it looks like now, I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty good. It's going to look really nice when the car's uncovered and everything. But yeah, like I said, I won't show any more updates. It looks the same. You can't tell the difference. So the next time you see it, so if I do get up to coat 10 with what's left in here, that puts me at 1 o'clock. That I was just watching a video and he said 15 to 25 minutes depending on temperature, and it's not cold, like it's not freezing, so I can probably start doing 20 minutes between coats, but I am putting it on thicker, so it probably is better to leave it. So I think I'll just keep going with the half an hour coats. That'll put me at 1 o'clock. Then 1 o'clock's the last coat. It's 2 hours to cure before I can start unwrapping things. So at 3 o'clock I can start unwrapping it. So it does pretty much take a whole day. And I started painting at 8:30, as you can see here. I started painting at 8:30. I probably started at 7:30, 7 o'clock. By the time I did a bit of mucking around here, it was probably 7 o'clock when I actually started masking. So you need to dedicate a whole day. And that's whether you're painting 4 rims or just what I'm doing, because it really makes no difference. You're gonna paint 4 rims and then have to leave it half an hour, and then because it won't take you half an hour to paint 4 rims. So yeah. So even if it's just 2 little bits or 2 badges, it still takes what it takes to do 4 rims or to do what I'm doing, because you've still, you've got to wait that half an hour. So yeah. Anyway, my mate just got in contact with me. Looks like we might be going down to Mandurah on Sunday, which is about an hour. In that car it's just over an hour, and this car it might be just under. We'll see how we go. But yeah, so just for the day, it's going to be a really nice weekend. They got a house down there, so just go and sit on their balcony and have a few drinks and watch the dolphins go by and the thing. So that'll be a nice drive for this. Be really good, and we'd be up around the 1700 k's. By then, so that'd be really nice. So yeah, just trying to call my missus to see what we're doing, but she's not answering, so I'm not 100% sure that we're going just yet. But anyway, sounds like a good Sunday. All right, well I'll get back to you guys at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I've got 3 more coats to go, take me to 1 o'clock. and then I'll get on to you guys at just after 3 when I unwrap everything, and we'll see what she looks like. Alright, that turned out awesome. Happy with that. It's quite a nice finish too. It's not like a flat black, it's definitely got a bit of sparkle in it. Probably I'll take some photos and put it on this video kind of around here next time I'm outside, and I'll grab some photos, and then yeah, you'll see it. But it's definitely got nice. Actually, here, there's a torch here. Should be able to see it. Yeah, there we go. Actually, no, the torch kind of mutes it a little bit, makes it look like a flat. But yeah, anyway, next time I'm out in the car, I'll get some photos and I'll just put it in a video when we're doing about that. But pretty good. I'll show you a couple errors. I'm not one to hide things, so I don't really mind. Never done it before, and I'm pretty happy with how it came. So the last coat, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but if you look around where my finger is, there's one little run. That's all I got, was that one run. I'm pretty sure. I've had a good look. Yeah, on this side anyway. Yeah, just the one run. So the last coat I put in quite thick, because what I noticed was, if you just put it on and you can see a little bit of roughness, that's kind of how it dries. Not as bad, but that's how it dries. So you really need to keep it like a wet edge, like a puddle almost, right to the end. And I noticed there was a bit of dry spots around there, so I went over it again, and I think I did it too quickly. Probably should have waited at least 5 minutes and then gone over it again and just flood it. And that happened. It was a lot worse than that. Actually, it happened here too, but I managed to bury it. So it right on this, you can't see it now, it's buried. You kind of a little bit of there, but yeah, it's good enough. I'm pretty happy with that. Really good. On the other side, I'll show you. But and then what else? Oh, and it started to peel right here. Yeah, you're not going to see it. I did push it back down, so it's all black. So you just could see some silver through there, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is the ceramic coat. When I was doing this black bit, I must have got a little bit on the edge. All good there. Yeah, it was only here, but actually it's covered. Not too bad there. So it's actually covered up, but over there it's a bit worse. So we'll go and have a fine look over here. You can kind of see it on the edge there. It kind of looks like a reflection that doesn't move, so I'm going to leave it. If it bothers me, I'm just going to get a black texture. I've got some paint markers, and I'll do that. And then just here you can see it's a little bit ripply, and that's kind of where the ceramic coat was there as well, and the paint just would not stick. It'd cover, and then you come back 5 minutes later and it was silver again. The paint just runs off it because it's ceramic coated, doesn't stick. But yeah, no, just having a good look now. Nah, 0 runs on this side. This bit is where it's thicker, come up really nice. That's almost the same as that. You wouldn't even know the difference from afar. If you didn't know about these cars and didn't know that they came silver, you wouldn't even go, oh, he must have painted that, because you can tell it's pretty good. I mean, you can see the orange peel in that paint, and then kind of it's way worse here. It's definitely spread, but you know, yeah. Plus we're looking at it under a microscope as well, and that's the only 2 imperfections. That's it. It peeled really nice. It's a little bit rough around here where the peel was. The masking tape I think lifted, and I got a heap of overspray just here. Literally just wiped it with alcohol and came off on the first hit. So yeah, all good. So yeah, very happy with that. It's a shame that the 2 imperfections are on the passenger side, and they're up the top right where you're going to look. It would have been better if they were down the back or underneath. But yeah, that's the way it goes. If something's going to go wrong, it's going to be right in the spot where you look at it. And yeah, this is pretty good apart from that bit. But I only used 1 can. I didn't even have to. Oh, I've got the other can still sitting in the sun. Shit, better go and get that out of the sun. But yeah, it's. We'll go over here, see if we can get a side view. Just the garage is so squashy. Not really. Oh, everything's very tight. Yeah, so looks. That was my head. Looks really cool. I like it. Definitely won't be able to show you the other side, but yeah, much better than the silver. That just changes it, makes it look a bit more aggressive a little bit, and yeah, it looks really good. Happy with that. For $30, whatever those cans are, I think they're pretty good. So, and it's good that I've still got another can. I bought 2 because I thought I was going to go through 2, having to do. I ended up getting 9 coats on, so 9 coats and it was out. So yeah, all good. Can't really, like from a metre away, you can't see anything. It looks perfect. It looks fine from a metre away, and yeah, 99% of people aren't going to go look at it close up and see it. You won't even notice it. You wouldn't even know that they're painted black. Really, people aren't going to go, oh, look at that Nissan. That's got a black thing. It just fits with the car now. It's much better. That should have really been an option for sure. Especially if you're getting the black roof. If you're getting white with the white roof, or silver, the metallic silver that was no black roof, then yeah, no dramas. That looks really good in that silver. But just this colour with the black roof, it just doesn't make sense to have silver on the car. So yep, happy with that. We'll call that video done. I'll get some snaps next time it's out in the sun. Maybe when we're going to Mandurah, something like that, I'll get some snaps, and I'll fit them in somewhere in a catch-up video or something like that, so we can actually see the sparkle in the paint, in that new paint, because it definitely does have sparkles. Just the torch, you can't see them with the torch. I think it just overwhelms it, and yeah, but out in the sunlight it's going to look good. I just got, so I'm not going to be able to show you because it's going to be dark in here, but underneath the glove box there's a 12-volt cigarette lighter kind of flush with the glove box. That's where I keep my wireless charging pad plugged into, and I did have this one, and you know, so if that's the cigarette lighter, it sticks out that much like that. So what I ended up getting from Amazon, I found them a couple of days ago, was a flush mount one. So it hits flush, so it doesn't stick out so much, so no one's going to kick it, because that's what I was worried about. And I did read on a forum that a passenger got in and kicked one and snapped the whole thing off. So mine had that much sticking out, plus the plug and the wires coming out, and it looked a bit funny, and I thought it was going to get kicked. So got the flush mount one, and then I've also got coming, I think it's coming tomorrow, is a 90-degree USB-A plug, male, to fit into that, and then the wire will come out 90 degree, and then it's only like 200 mil, and then it's got a USB-A female, so that way I can tuck all that up under the dash, and it's only got the one wire coming out at 90 degree, and it's literally going to stick out as much as the plug sticks out. So that's really cool. And then I also got a like a Faraday cage thing for your keys. So you put them in there, and no one can clone your key. If apparently it's a thing. It was in the news a couple of weeks ago, and then they talked about it probably about 4 days ago again, that it happened to somebody in Perth. So I thought, oh well, that's a good idea, because I've got a spare key for this. So I bought 2 of them, 2 for $11, and they're off Amazon as well. And yeah, so I got the spare key in one, and then the key I use, which is that one, I'll keep in this one, only while I'm at home. And then what's the name? Obviously, when you're driving, there's no need for it. You can have that. So yeah, I won't bring this in with me, but I've just tested it and it works. Like, you jump in the car, and we'll do it. So I got the key in there. I was a bit skeptical, but it had like 3,000 reviews on Amazon, and not one person said it didn't work. So I was like, okay, well that must work. So key right near. Normally I keep it in here, the key, but let's put it right next to the start stop button, because apparently that's what you're meant to do if the battery's flat. And foot on the brake, try and start it. Key ID incorrect. So pretty happy with that. That's exactly what it's meant to do. Hold key near start button. I'm literally not going to be able to get any closer. Key ID incorrect. So that's awesome. That's really good. And then just to prove it, we'll take the key out. There we go. So that's $5.50 well spent, because you get 2 of them for $11. Yeah. So, oh yeah, and I've got to put the so dash cam footage. Yeah, it's okay, but it's not YouTube okay. I'm just going to leave it as a dash cam. I'm not going to use it to make footage for YouTube off it. So yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. I don't think you're going to start reading license plates and things like that. But I've never really come across a dash cam, like even using this camera in the car, you still can't read because everything's moving too fast. So yeah, you're never going to get like 4K. Well, they say they're 4K, but it's the environment that it's in that it's just not suited to. So yeah, I'm restricted in what dash cam I can get, because I would have loved to get the A229 Pro. You can get that. It's a front and rear facing camera, but you can get the 1-channel version. It's about 5 times the price of that one. But just the form factor, it's way too big. It's got a big screen on it. It's like a wedge-shaped design, and that was the only model. I know you can get like black view ones. I'm not spending $750 on a dash cam though. I really don't think it's worth it. If something happens, you just read out the number plate. You just say the number plate out loud, and you've got the number plate. You know, it's stored on the audio then. So, and yeah, unless like the car gets disabled, I'm chasing them anyway. So you're gonna get the number plate. You're gonna catch them. So it's no dramas. So I'm not looking for 4K. It's not something you're ever gonna watch back. Of all the dash cams I've had for the last, like in work cars and this car, the i20, my Tirana, I've never just pulled the footage and watched the footage. I've never had to. I've never had to do it. So this car's rarely going to get driven. Yeah, it's not a daily driver, so there's no need to have like 4K movie quality footage for it. It's fine. It does its job. It looks okay. I turned HDR off, but I think I'm going to turn HDR back on. I think HDR off would work good if you don't have the polarizing lens on it, but I've got the polarizing lens, so I think I can turn it on, and it actually looks better with that. So, and that's about the only settings you can. I've got the max bit rate, I've got the max resolution. Max frame rate's only 30 frames, so that's why you're not gonna see you know, heaps of like fine detail, but you don't need to. It's purely there to see them, you know, the bulk of what you're seeing, and that's it really. So all good. But saying that, I'm not saying that the footage is unusable. It is usable. It's just not as good quality as this camera, but it's not $1,000 camera either. So, or $700-800 camera. So yeah, and if you want that, go and buy a Blackview or Thinkware or whatever they're called. Spend $800 on a camera that you're never going to look at the footage of. That's fine. Go and do it. But anyway, I'll leave it there. I'm happy with that. That's really good. Have a good weekend. It's Friday. Early knockoff Friday, so I'm about to go pour a beer. That was a big day. That took with all the waiting around. Yeah, it takes a few hours. So, but whatever. It's all worth it in the end. So all good. All right. Catch you later.